Yes, it's time for On the Spot. Oh, she is beautiful. Beautiful. She is an artist. She's an actress. She's a media personality. She's a philanthropist. She's a mother. But most of you actually know her because she is called Wilbroda. Do you know Wilbroda? Let's welcome Wilbroda in the building.
Thank you. Asante sana. Thank you.
First time here, right?
First time
How?
here. First time meeting you.
Yeah, imagine all of us.
Oh.
Karibu sana.
Sisi
Like
tunakuonanga kwa TV.
Yeah,
Tunapenda
nakupenda
sisi
lakini
tunakuonanga kwa
please
TV.
tunataka tu kuadmit juu nilisema nitasema
Sema.
napenda bwana yako zaidi.
Ala.
Like kocha tu.
At least you're honest.
Nakupenda
at least
lakini
you're
napenda
open.
bwana yako
At least,
zaidi.
Yeah.
at least you're honest.
So
Kwa nini?
time bwana yako alikuwa msik.
Yeah.
Manze nilikuwa hapo tu nikiomba na wewe naambia tu God manze. Manze huyu bwana yetu God.
Mupanye.
Manze God nilikuwa prayer warrior. So I'm so glad manze. Niliona nikasema God manze asante.
Thank you so much. Ameenda London leo.
Ameenda London.
Ameenda London.
Maisha
London.
Very good, very good.
Yeah. It's nice to have you here.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Asante sana.
Let's just start from you as Jackie.
Yeah.
How did you grow up and how did you find yourself in this, industry?
How did I grow up? I grew up in Langata.
Hey,
And,
Langara.
Huyu ni wa Langata.
Langara Massive.
Nimekuangalia nikasema hii sura nimeiona. Na sijaona pale
Langata.
pazuri ati kanisa.
Kwa hood tu, kwa hood tu.
Sio church.
Si church, ni sawa. Nimekubali.
So I grew up in Langata. Then time nilimaliza shule, there was a neighbor who was a director at the National Theatre.
Yes.
Okay.
Akaniambia badala tu ya kuhang out hapa sukuje theatre. And so I started going na nikakuwa naenda theatre. It was actually in the beginning it was just to pass time because it told me just sukuje.
Something to do.
Yeah, something to do. And I fell in love, you know. I was like, this is what I want to do, and I got stuck.
Yeah.
And I've been there ever since, and that's in late 90s.
So ulikuwa unafanya hizo ma set books.
Sana, mingi sana. Tumetembea Kenya tukipeleka set books.
Then I've probably watched you when I was in high school. Did you do Merchant of Venice?
Yes,
I
we
knew
did.
it. I've watched you.
Exactly. So we've done so many plays, and that was my hapo ndo mali nilianzia National Theatre.
Okay.
So theatre ni home. Theatre ni home.
That's nice. So from theater to screen.
Theatre to screen.
Yeah, when did that happen and what happened in between?
When did that happen?
Yeah.
That happened maybe, I'd say maybe 14 years ago.
Oh, wow.
14 years ago, because that's when our show began, which is Papa Shirandula. And it was really exciting because mtu alinichukua alinitoa from stage.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like
so
you've jumped a story of how will Papa Shirandula may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Alikupea the script and you're like, no.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because of the character.
Yeah, because someone
Okay.
picked me, and at that time we were doing Luo plays.
Okay.
And so this guy comes to me and tells me, Niaje, this guy called Bukeko amenipatia nini, anataka ukuikwa show fulani. So this is the script.
Yeah.
So I went home nikasoma script. Nikasema ndio hii.
Yeah.
Wilbroda ndio huyu.
wow.
Yani I just saw myself, Jackie, this is your
it.
character. You gotta
Yeah.
play this.
No.
Yeah, and I went and I said I want it. I love it.
So you had
And
never done a character before where like everything was exaggerated, like your accent, your character,
Well,
everything?
I had, but in Luo, because when I was doing those shows, I was doing Luo plays mostly.
Right, okay.
And at that time, I was also part of a group called Safe Ghetto.
Okay.
And Safe Ghetto tulikuwa tunazunguka.
Traveling theatre.
Yeah, it was like traveling theatre. Na tulikuwa tunazunguka sana ghetto.
Okay.
Because it was a project on HIV/AIDS.
Okay.
And so I was playing that character in Safe Ghetto, and I was also doing it in Luo plays.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it
because
was
of the accent.
familiar.
Yeah, because
so
of
it was
the
familiar.
accent.
Okay, yeah.
And I thought, wow, this would be actually really exciting.
So
I would
then
love
what
to
was
do this.
what was the most challenging thing about being Wilbroda?
The most challenging thing, I think, for me was when I got on set, it was very different from what I had done before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what I was doing before was on stage.
Yeah.
So
Two
on
completely
stage,
different things.
Very
Yeah.
different, very different. Like what you do on
Very
stage and what you
different.
do
On
on set
set.
is totally different. even if the character is the same.
True.
You know, because you cannot exaggerate as much as you do on stage, you know, it's very different because you're on set. You can't shout like mimi sana shida yangu na kwanga kushout.
Unaweza project.
Project
kwa shida.
Nilikuwa na project. So ile projection nilikuwa nafanya on stage mpaka watu wanasema yeye nilikuja nikisema mimi sasa ndo mnoma kama kuna kitu najua ni projection. Nakuja naambiwa
uko na microphone,
punguza, you know. And so it was really hard, but the directors I had at that time, including Bukeko himself, you know, they took me through it. They took me through it, and you know, I learned things that I had not learned before. And so that was what was really exciting. Like every time I had to tell myself, Jackie, you're not on stage, you're on set. You're on set. So go easy. Tone it down. Go easy.
And you guys, I feel like you guys like really cemented this whole slapstick comedy. Like you guys started an era. Like did you guys know that was what was going to happen? Ama mlikuwa mnatafuta tu kazi?
No. Actually, even starting, because kawaida ya any project ikianza inakuanga na challenges more. Kuna mali tulikuwa tunachoka tunasema, what the hell? Saa hizi ni nini? So we never ever thought that out of that, there'd be so many people who would come out of it and, you know, shake the industry, you know, move the industry in their own way. So it's amazing because when you see all the people who've grown through Papa Shirandula,
true, so many.
It's amazing, you know, it's amazing. Their names that, you know, you mention watu wanawajua.
True.
And it feels good. It's a blessing.
There's so many doors that Papa Shirandula definitely opened for you. But of course, which one would you say is the most, like, inakupea ile, it's the most fun, and it's like your passion because it came because of what and who you played on TV?
Well, out of Papa Shirandula on TV came radio, something that I never ever
thought you would be doing.
You know, came radio, and then I represented so many brands that I'm representing even now. You know. And that's amazing. That's a big deal.
You never really thought it would go in that direction.
In the industry we are in, and sometimes the growth is low or the growth is just not there at all. You know, you look at it and you're like, I've been in this sport for so long. But I wouldn't say that for me because I have seen blessings upon blessings and so much favor, yani for real. Like sometimes, like I sit like this, nongea na God nasikia kulia na mbia God when ule mse.
Oh, that's nice.
God enye kugu na kwanga umenieka mahali, you know, and not because I'm any
you
special.
did anything special.
No, kuna msanii tu mnoma kunishinda. There's a bigger Wilbroda somewhere out there, but God amenigetu favor, so it's a big deal.
That's true.
It's a big deal.
Do people still ask you to do the Wilbroda character?
All the
to
time.
Date?
Even to date. Leo.
Really?
Like, I'm so humbled because the show hasn't been on TV for a while now. So what a lot of people are watching are repeats. And then now, of course, there's radio that I do Monday to Friday, breakfast show. But I still meet people and they're like, Wilbroda. I'm like, haya. Yani mpaka honestly hiyo kitu yani inakwanga tu imenigusa mahali, you know. And it's everywhere I go. I cannot say ati ni place moja. Ni places mob sana mi huenda tu. Wase wanasema, ni aje manze tunakupenda, tunapenda show yako. So it's amazing.
A struggle to leave that character because now when people are looking for, if you're looking for another, you know, job, unataka ku-act kama labda Grace. But Wilbroda, ukitokelezea tu
accent.
So how then do you deviate deviate away from the
stereotype?
Well, it's pretty hard. I have to accept that Wilbroda is it's my shadow. It's forever. My shadow. It's a part of me. Forever, for as long as it will be. I mean, hata sahi ukakutana na mama Kayai.
That's true.
Utamwona tu kama bibi ya Ojwang.
That's true.
So you know, it's the same thing. And that's why napenda show kama hizi because watu wananiona.
You get to
mimi nilikuwa na mara ya kwanza like kwa kitambo sasa, like after saa Instagram imekuja and you're going to the gym and you're looking nice and I'm like hizi mashuka zinakufanyanga nini yaki
unatufichanga vitu vingi.
I know.
So of course you meet people and they're like,
Yeah.
Uko na hadi dread.
I do.
You know?
Yeah. Imagine. It's her hair.
But I think before we go on a break, maybe you could just act for them a little bit or give them a little Wilbroda. They have missed Wilbroda. Guys, right? You've missed Wilbroda.
Who didn't know Wilbroda?
Hawezi kufanya hivyo bwana.
Si ndio hiyo?
Kuna mtu ananiwatch. Kuna mtu ananiwatch.
Mtu mgani?
Na unatafuta mtu.
Natafuta mtu.
Si utafute.
Natafuta mtu.
Tafuta mtu. Uza pera. What is on your CV?
What's on my CV?
Yeah.
As a, you know, ukitafuta mtu una
Lakini
what are your qualities?
mimi hata kuzanga CV yangu inapanga haya.
Kai.
Hao wase wote wanataka kunikatia wameniona wanasemanga, wewe uko na makelele sana.
Oh my
Hatuwezi
God.
go. Sikwangi hivyo. Nitasubmit.
Ati oye. Nisamehe. Oh my God. Yeah. But guys, let's take a short commercial break, but we'll be right back with Wilbroda. Oh. Oldie but a goldie, man. Those clips never get old. What? How do you guys manage to stay in character? Because I guarantee you, I cannot do it. Siwezi. Niambiwa ati ni act ati asiwezi.
But
I
Joyce
can
when
laugh.
actress.
Lakini even tukifanya TikToks, do you see how many times I laugh before I
Imagine
do it?
anachekanga. Mimi
Unacheka.
Unani waste. We did one yesterday. Ilikuwa sijui ya jaba and it was just crazy.
But how do you
like
how do you stay in character like that? Ama mshachekeshana mkachoka kucheka.
Hata tukishoot and it was something that we even had even on set. Like saa zingine tulikuwa tunawekewa mtu asimame hapo kando yetu. Asimame hapo kando yetu. Ndio tukue serious. Unaona hiyo kucheka? Sasa mimi ni wewe dem sushi na hivi kwa set. Tunaambia tuna shoot, you know.
That's enough.
Yeah, but I mean when they say action and also because we have chemistry and we understand each other. Like I can tell kitu anaenda kusema na najua saa zile atakuwa
hata aki-adlib
najua amesema kamaliza ile kitu alikuwa anataka kusema the joke is home, so I know where to pick up because we've done it so many times na kando hiyo sisi ni mabesti, you know, so ikifika ni action inakwanga ni action.
Tuko serious.
Tuko serious.
I love it.
And I was asking you, and I'm sure there are so many people out there would love to know, like before Papa Shirandula, were you and Jackie Vicky as close friends?
Not really.
So this lifelong friendship.
Hata tukianza hatukuwa mabeste. Kwanza alikaa hata alikuwa nikaa
mwoga
hata hajui ku act sana.
Oh yeah.
Okay, kulingana na mimi. Mimi tena patience yangu inakwanga mahali.
She was very new and you were like, situfanye tu.
Nilikuwa zile za huyu sasa mpaka naenda mpaka kwa nini? Naenda kwa mdosi naomba manze cheki huyu manze.
Hivi act
tutamtoe manze. Tumtoe huyu hawezi. I'm telling you guys.
For real.
For real. So mdosi ananiambia no, tunge time. Tunge time gani manze, si tuko job.
Anatuwestia time.
Allow him to waste.
Yeah.
So now when I was telling her that story, she was telling me it's because I was so nervous because I'm seeing
all these
Papa,
big names
and they're big stars.
Yeah, they're big stars because anaona Papa, anaona Jalas, anaona Otos, anaona anaona Wilbroda, anaona Mama Nyaguthi, anasema tu hapa nitaweza.
Kwanza like sauti, the youngest.
Kwanza sauti yuko there. That's the first
sauti
thing.
inapotea. So, yani, you know, sasa wakati aligain momentum na kawapoa.
Na confidence.
I was like, wow, yani, thank God.
Thank God she stayed.
No one listened to me, you know? Because she's amazing.
But she did an amazing job.
Yeah, but away from Papa Shirandula, we've talked about you on this table, about you giving advice to
married women,
and about how your sisters played a huge part in your marriage, you know, crumbling. And of course, just talk to us about that.
I don't know if I want to talk about it because the last time it rubbed people the wrong way. And you know, things that we say, they always have a way of getting twisted into something else.
Yeah.
So really, that is not even what I meant. You know? So mpaka sister zangu akakama wakaanza, hey Jackie, that's what you think of us, and I really ilibidi hapo sasa damage control
Hey,
on
my
the
friends,
manzi.
yeah.
That's not
I
how
mean,
you
you're my
meant it.
people. That is not
Yeah.
how I meant it at all, you know. So it was taken out of context,
Yeah,
and you know,
definitely.
and ikaandikwa kila mahali. So I told myself, I don't even think I want to talk about it, you know. Yeah. Mimi mtu anataka kuolewa tu ama kuoa awe. Namwambia,
You don't advise them?
No, for real. Like, I've seen marriages that work, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, I've seen marriages that work, that are doing really, really well.
But in hindsight, in hindsight, you know, seeing what happened in your marriage, and even before you got married to this person, what would you have done differently, or what will you do differently in the future to make sure you're not in a situation where you have to walk out because it's not healthy?
I don't even think, well, I wouldn't say that I will do it differently. It's what every couple should do.
Okay.
It's what every couple should do. So it's not that I would do it differently.
Okay.
It's what all of us should do, whether we are just in a relationship or you're in marriage or whatever it is. I think there's just gotta be respect. And me ni mtu nafuata Biblia sana.
Okay.
And me, I believe that if you love your wife, like
She will
Christ
respect you.
loved the church.
Absolutely.
And your woman submits. A lot of times we think that submitting
It's
ni
torture.
kupiga magoti na ni torture.
Na kuvumilia.
It ain't nothing like that. You know,
True,
I was Mercy Masika wrote something about her marriage and why the moment she submitted, her marriage went well.
Yeah.
If you love me like Christ loved the church,
You
and
don't
I
even have to
submit
ask me.
yeah, exactly.
You don't even have
I
to
will
ask
find
me. I'll do
myself submitting
Exactly.
because you love me like you should.
Yes.
So that's basically it, and that is hiyo ni message naweza patia kila mtu in whatever relationship you're in.
That's true. That's true. Because even in the Bible, it does say husbands love your wives. It doesn't say wives love your husbands.
I don't know how long we have, but just for this, I want you to sort of like advise, because you know, in this marriage, you have a son, and your son asks questions, right? And of course, there are so many people struggling with co-parenting healthily. What is that one advice that you would give them?
I think just respect is everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, the moment you have respect for each other, then everything flows.
Yeah, but how do you explain it to him that, you know, like me and your dad?
Yeah.
But me tu mtoi wangu tu
Ama anajua tu.
na baba yake wanapendana, wako kwa maisha ya kila mmoja, as in
Okay,
they're
so
in
it doesn't
each other's
change their
lives.
relationship.
It
Okay.
doesn't change their relationship at all.
Because you see, there are
that's
those that
nice.
get into relationships, and when
And they
they've not
drift.
moved on, if especially the woman has not moved on, they sort of want to hide the child from
They
their
hijack
father.
the
No.
child.
They're like, no,
They
you're not going
hijack the
anywhere.
child.
No.
And-
I am totally against that.
Oh,
I am
nice.
totally against that. Whether unanisaidia ama haunisaidii, mtoto ni wako.
Exactly.
Give your child a chance to know this other
Both
parent.
parents.
Whether it is a man or it is a woman.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we talk about, and this is not what I'm saying, I'm just talking about
Generally.
there are men who actually live with their children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there
that's
are
true.
men
That's
who
true.
live with their children.
Yeah.
Na ujue kuna deadbeat moms.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know that
That's
me,
true.
I have
They're
true.
deadbeat
Me, I know
moms.
that
They're
one.
there.
Yeah, same here. Niko tu
Yeah.
na mabeste zangu wawili wanaishi na watu, they have 3 kids each.
Wow.
And they live with their kids na mama
Hayuko.
doesn't bother. Patia mtoto wako chance ya kujua the other
Absolutely.
parent.
That's true.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
That
Amazing.
is, whether anatoa, whether hatoi,
Hata amjue
don't
tu.
pin all this
On
on
support.
on financial
support.
support,
Yeah.
on child support. It's absolutely wrong.
Okay,
It's
that's
absolutely
amazing.
wrong.
Thank you so
Gems.
much, Jackie,
Yeah.
for coming. I can't believe this was the first time. You have to come back.
I should
you have
come
to
back.
come back.
I've had
Yeah.
such a good time.
We've enjoyed hosting you.
Asanteni
Thank you so
sana.
much.
Thank
You so much for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview as much as we did. But unfortunately, our time together is over. But usiwahi tens to kesho, same time, same place.